Greetings to SEMS. A very good evening to everyone present here. I, Mitul Rana, would like to start this knowledge session on time management. Control the clock before it controls you at 4 p.m. Time management is the key to productivity and success. When you take control of your schedule, you prioritize tasks efficiently, reduce stress, and achieve more in less time. Instead of letting the clock dictate your actions, plan your day with clear goals and deadlines. Master your time and you will master your life. About SEMS. SEMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative DigiSaksham, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship, impacting over 6,000 individuals. We are currently upskilling inmates in Haryana jails and collaborating with universities and colleges. We have also partnered with banks to over 1,500 candidates in jobs. In just a short time, SEMS has established itself as a force for positive change, equipping individuals with skills for employment and promoting women's leadership in various industries. About the speaker, we are honored to welcome Jasmine Chabria, a renowned speaker and leader trainer in personal development, motivation, and team building with a passion for empowering individuals. She has worked with corporate leaders from Fortune 500 companies such as Abbott, Pharmaceuticals, Uber, McDonald's, and many more, helping them cultivate a powerful and influential personality. Jasmine's approach in practical, impactful, and jargon-free, making personal growth accessible to everyone. Today, with Sam's welfare, she will guide us through proven time management techniques, ensuring that we leaves this session feeling equipped and motivated to create time for the things we love to do. Get ready for an engaging and transformative experience with Jasmine Chabria. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Mitul. Thanks for the introduction, and thanks again to SEMS Foundation. You all always conduct such amazing programs and really help all of us upskill. So I'm really happy to be here, and I want to see some faces, guys. Come on. I want us to start with this session with a big smile. So there's Ashish, Padma, Dr. Kiran, Chavi, Dr. Suryakant, Akriti. Come on, why don't you all switch on your cameras and let's start with a really big smile. Somil, okay. Hello, Padma. I can see a lovely smile. Hello, Mr. Gansham. Hi, Chavi. Akriti. Okay, come on. Big, nice smile. I want to start this session with really good energy. See, even if you're not feeling good, I mean, there are days you don't feel on top of the world, but just curve up your lip into a nice smile. Hello, Dr. Kiran. Lovely smile. Okay, so thank you so much, all of you, for being here. We will begin today's session, all right? Now, you all know this session is on time management. You've seen the poster. But before we start, I have one question for all of you, okay? Just think, for the next 1 week, you get 25 hours in a day and all 25 hours are free, okay? The next 1 week, you get 25 hours somehow in your day and all are free. What will you do in that? What will you do? Drop your answers in the chat. What are you going to do if you have 25 hours in a day and it's free? There's no task, no commitment. What are you going to do? You can drop your answers in the chat box. Anything, right? It can be anything. What are you going to do? Anyone likes to share through the chat box, or if you want to speak also, it's okay. You can unmute and speak. What will you do? Do you have a hobby? Do you want to work on some skill? Do you want to just sleep? There'll be something, right? Anybody? Okay, Padma says, okay. Padma will like to do things which makes her happy. Awesome. Gansham sir will celebrate Shivratri. Awesome. Okay. Now, I hope I was in a position to give you 25 hours in a day, which were free, but I'm just a human. We'll come back to this question. I'm sorry, I can't give you those kind of hours. I'm just human. We'll come back to the answers, okay? Now, can you see my screen, everybody? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is, I think, a problem. Not 2025. It's there since maybe years and years, since the 90s and 80s, where we hear so many people or ourselves saying, I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough number of hours, right? And I would say this is not a problem on the clock, because everybody who comes on this planet gets 24 hours. It's fair, it's very just, right? This is a problem of perception. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? It is a problem not on the clock. It is a problem of perception. I'll tell you something. So recently I've started learning, like I'm training for a run, okay? And I have to run only 10 minutes every day. That's a 10 minutes. But every time I run, those 10 minutes, they feel like sometimes half an hour. On the clock, it's only 10 minutes. But because I have to push myself a lot, and I am sweating, it needs a lot of energy. In my mind, it just feels longer than 10 minutes, but it's rewarding, okay? That's story number one. And I'll tell you one other instance. I met somebody in Goa in India. This person had been a monk for the past 7 years, all right, in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is again a place in India. And this person meditated for 7 years on a mountain. And he told me it felt like 7 seconds, right? So, what I'm trying to say is sometimes 10 minutes can feel like half an hour. Sometimes for some people, 7 years, like for a monk, it felt like 7 seconds. So, it's not about time having more number of hours or having less number of hours. It's basically aligning all the hours we have with something that we love, with something that we really value, okay? Because even if you get 25 free hours but you are not sure about what you value and what you love to do in life, it will feel like a drag, right? So it's firstly very important to know and align your time, which is your 24 hours every day, with something that you're trying to create, with something you love, with something you value in your lifetime. Okay, so I'm going to also share this one worksheet with you. I'll open it. Okay, the first step is to just understand what really matters to me. Okay, and then we'll come to the whole timing bit, right? So as every person, you need to have something called high value goals. You can see this. I'll be sharing this sheet with all of you. All right, the first column is just high value goals, which break out your aspect of life into career or study, whatever phase you're in, and finances, your health and fitness, your relationships, and your hobbies. All right. Now, in these different aspects, if you want to add another aspect, great. Okay. But these are the four common aspects people have, they focus in life. And write down, sit with yourself and write down the goals in every aspect. Like what really is your high value goal, what matters to you most in your career, study, or in your health and fitness, or in your relationships, or in your hobbies and interests. Okay, I've also given you some self-reflective questions. If you're not able to just point out your goal, there are some self-reflective questions in every section. You can just read them out and the questions will help you come with an answer for it. Okay, now you need to do this. I've done it, like I even keep revising my goals sometimes every 2 years. But it's firstly really important to know what matters to you in your career or study, or in your finances, or in your health, or in your relationships, or in your hobbies. Okay, because based on, I'll just give me a moment, I'll just drop this into the chat, this document. Did you all get it? Wait, I don't know, one moment, I'll just drop this worksheet. Did you guys get it? It's in the chat. Okay, yeah, it's just uploading. Yeah, it's come now, right? It's called the What Matters to Me worksheet, right? So you can download it from here. All right, and first you just outline what things you love in every aspect of your life, what you really value. Okay, and then you start aligning that to the time you have in your life. All right, so say you can sit down tomorrow, day after, anytime, fill up that sheet. It has self-reflective questions to help you give concrete answers. Okay, like if it's health and fitness, if you want to work on, be it your muscle strength, be a little more specific. And what do you want to do for that? Do you want to run? Do you want to swim? What is it? Similarly, in your career, relationships, in your hobbies, you might want to learn dancing. You might want to learn some other skill. Maybe in your career you want to learn coding to upgrade. Okay, give concrete answers. Now the next step is, after you try to understand what matters to you, okay, you all start making priority lists, right? We all do task lists, okay, with time boxing, right? Say you have your day, you, based on whatever time you wake up, do a 1 hour time boxing and write down the task. Now you might put in a lot of tasks, okay, which it's realistically not possible. So you might have to even, sometimes edit out tasks. All right. So once you know your high value goals, you can prepare your task list or your priority list with time boxing. Do it with time boxing. Write the hours of the day. Because sometimes it is too much you've put in, or sometimes you've put in too less, or sometimes you realize that you do have a high value goal and it is so much of a high value to you, you will shuffle things and make time for that one thing. Okay. Now, we all see the clock through hours, right? Number of hours. But for a moment, see it like a resource, like maybe something like water. Okay. It's a resource that nourishes your goals. Don't see it for a moment, don't see it a number of hours or minutes and seconds. Just see it like a resource, like water hydrates you, your body, it helps the planet in so many ways, right? Similarly, time will nourish your goals. Okay. And also, just the way with water, we are told, right? Things like don't waste water. When you're having a shower, don't keep water on for too long, don't waste it. Similarly, with time, we give the same approach like we do with water, right? Now that you have your goals in place and we are trying to see time as a resource to meet our goals, let's see what best can we do. What are the best ways we can use this resource of time to meet our goals in every area, in our career, in our health, in our relationships, and in our hobbies, right? So number one is, can you all hear me? Yeah, sorry. So number one is the deep work model. Okay. Now I have a question for all of you. What do you think is productivity? Like, is it intensity in terms of, or is it duration? Like, is 12 hours being on a laptop productive for you, or spending 2 focused hours and maybe preparing your presentation? What is more productive, intensity or duration? Or blocking out 5 to 6 p.m. for yoga, okay, 1 hour, or and in between checking your phone, in between talking to a friend, or 15 minutes of no distractions, being fully focused and doing all your breath work, your movement. So is intensity more, what do you think is productivity? Is it more of intensity or is it more of duration? You can type out in the chat box. What is your thought on productivity? Is it more of duration, more number of hours, or is it more of the intensity with which you do any task? So there is this author called Cal Newport. He talks about this model called deep work, which works a lot on intensity. It says that you can take your brain in a state called deep state. Okay. When you do that, you'll be able to complete your task with more efficiency and faster, which will leave out more time for you in the day, and you can keep that time open. It's not about doing more things. You can also keep that time as breathing space. That's up to you. So how do we get our mind to enter a deep state? Okay, there are 2 conditions for this. Condition number 1 is, whenever you sit to do a task, you will give it your full focus, your full attention, which means there will be no distractions. So even if you're saying you're going to write, say, an email, okay, it's going to take you maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay, say it's going to take you 10 minutes. 10 minutes of full focus and attention and no distractions, which means you will not attend to any WhatsApp pings. If your phone rings, you will not answer it. If your doorbell rings, you will not get up, with full focus, okay? And you complete that and then do your next task. Now, what happens when you help your brain get in? Now, just try it, say, with an email, okay, the first time, okay? The second time, try it with something longer. So if you're, say, exercising for 1 hour, like you want to move for 1 hour, in that 1 hour, just do that exercise. Don't start talking to someone you just met, or don't start answering the pings on your phone. Or, it says that when you help your brain get into a focused state, your beta waves, there are different waves in our head, right? They increase, and gradually you'll notice that you're finishing the task faster. So there are studies where, a student wanted to learn coding, and a type of coding, and the average time was given 7 months, but he actually did it in 4 months, because he would, every time he would sit for a lesson, he would help his mind get in a deep state. Or there was a person who wanted to write a book. Okay. He said 5 days a week, every day, 2 hours I will write in that deep state. And he finished writing his book in 6 months. All right. Now, because you are doing your tasks with so much of focus, no distractions, you actually complete it faster, which means you're leaving out 3 hours or at least 3 minutes. And then I'm not saying time management is about doing a lot of things in a day. No, you can have your breathing space, you can have free time, you can maybe go for a walk or just relax in the hours that have opened up, right? So try this. It's called getting your head, your brain in a deep state, DEEP, deep state. Just two conditions. Whatever is your task, whatever it is, even if you're cutting tomatoes and you're making a dish, put all your focus and attention on that, no distractions. You will notice how tasks are getting done faster. And this is not like you're trying to rush and, no, you're at your normal space. It's just your mind is working at a very sharp level, right? So try to get your mind in the deep state. But that also means that I'll just come to that. It also means that you need to deal with distractions, right? Which is a little challenging nowadays, especially since we all have a phone, and a lot of distractions do come from our phone or from the internet. It's lovely to have a phone, to have internet. It is really fabulous. I'm not in no way saying that it's not a good thing. It's an awesome blessing. But there are so many distractions that come from it. And how do we handle that, right? Now, I'll just tell you something. Yeah. I'll just tell you something. How our brains work is, say, you can do two things. Say you're writing a mail, okay, and you get a WhatsApp ping from a friend. Now, in terms of your hand, you can move it faster. So you're writing a mail or you're typing a mail, and then you switch your screen and reply to your friend. So our body can move pretty fast, but the attention in our mind doesn't switch as fast as our body. So our attention is on task number one, which was writing the email, and then you switched and started replying to somebody on WhatsApp or on anything. Half of your attention is still on task one, half it is on task two. So there's like a residue being created. Okay. And when you do that through the day, you become slower in your task. So maybe task number one gets done, and then task number two, you're literally dragging with it because your mind, your attention in the mind is not able to keep up with the pace of your body, right? So that's why it's said it's really good to be in that deep state, put all your attention on the task, complete it, and then move on to task two rather than switching so much. It puts a lot of pressure on your mind, and by the time it's afternoon, you're already feeling drained. Right? That happens to so many of us. But the main point is you have to keep distractions away. And how do you do that? I call it you have to become a chief distraction remover. It needs a little practice, but let's see how we can do that. Okay. So there's some questions on the screen. Okay. I want you to just answer it for yourself in your mind. Okay. Let's see how many distractions. Let's get a little more aware about the number of distractions we have in our day. Okay. So since the time you woke up today, how many pings, notifications, or sounds from your phone have asked for your attention? Just think about it. Since morning, roughly how many sounds came from your phone, and how many times you had to attend to it? Or how many times did you actually just mindlessly tap on your phone? There was no sound, but you still tapped on your phone to check if there is any message. Do you do that? Even if there's no sound from the phone, you just click on the screen, you just tap on the screen just to check, hey, is anyone trying to reach out to me? Think for yourself. We're just trying to get a little more self-aware. Or how many times today since morning you went on a platform just because you have access to unlimited internet. There was no purpose, in no way it was linked to your high value goal. It was nothing to better your career skills. It was nothing to better your hobby. It was nothing to better your health. It was nothing about, oh, I need to speak to, my mom or somebody or a friend for, genuine social connections. But you just accessed a platform because you have unlimited internet. Or when you work, do you keep too many tabs open, on your laptop which are not related to the work you're doing. Too many different tabs. There are videos on some, there's articles, and none of them are really connected to the work you're doing. And these are just some questions. If you've answered yes to a few, or at least to one, what I'm trying to say is we are living in a world where there are a lot of distractions. A lot of them do come from our devices and they are trying to get our attention. And it's okay, we are in that world. That doesn't mean we get upset about it. It's about learning how to deal with distractions so we don't waste our time. Because if we see time as that water resource, we cannot waste it on distractions, right? So now, every time you're doing a task, your brain, okay, needs a kind of a network. It's like a cable. So whenever you do a task, there's a cable in your brain. There are two cables actually. One is called task positive network, TPN. It's a little technical. And one is called DMN, it's default mode network. Whenever any task needs attention, this cable needs to work properly, called the TPN, task positive network, for you to give attention to anything, be it you're exercising, be it you're cutting potatoes and making a dish, be it you're sending an email, be it you're writing something for your work, you're making your resume, be it you're making a presentation for an important meeting, be it you're doing accounting. This cable in your brain needs to function really well so you can put all your attention and focus at the work. But every time there is a distraction, be it from anywhere, your device or somebody talking too loudly, somebody just entering the room, somebody taking your attention, DMN will be activated, which is default mode network. Now, the more DMN is activated, it will be very difficult for you to pay attention to your work and finish your work in time. It will actually get weaker and weaker and weaker, right? So the more you can keep distractions away, you're actually helping your brain, that cable called TPN, to work with a very sharp and with great efficiency. Because the idea is, if you can get things done in a decent amount of time with just your attention, with all your focus, you will free up hours in the day, right? So this was a little science to it. So coming back to the distractions we spoke about, right? Now, there's a technique, okay, where it can really help keep distractions away. It's called the Pomodoro technique. Now, there was one, an Italian professor. He would have a very hard time getting in that deep state, keeping distractions away. Sometimes he could just keep his attention for 20 minutes and then he would be like all over the place. And he saw a tomato in front of him. In the Italian language, it's called Pomodoro. So the technique is Pomodoro. What is this technique is? Give yourself 25 minutes for the task. Okay, any task you're doing, say if you're making a presentation, okay, 25 minutes of focus, or you've taken up a course on, say, data science and you're learning something, okay, you're doing some project, 25 minutes of that, okay, or you are learning a new form of exercise, 25 minutes of that. Then break it up after 25 minutes into a 10-minute break. It's like a playtime. Now, it's up to you what you do in that playtime. You can take a round and come. You can drink some water. You can just reset your brain. You can just move around. You want to do a small dance. It's up to you. And then come back and continue the Pomodoro technique. So work in bursts of 25, 25, 25 minutes. But when you work, just do that bit of thing that you're doing with all your focus and technique. Okay. It's a really helpful technique. You can try it out. In those 25 minutes, no distractions, okay? Any pings, anything from your phone, you can attend it in that 10-minute break period, right? Try this. It's very good to keep distractions away, right? Now, we'll move on. Okay. But now, a lot of us, when we get in that rhythm of, we're like, okay, wow, now, we're able to get into a deep state. A lot of people, what happens is they get into a little polarizing mindset. I'll tell you what is polarizing exactly. Say you've done this, okay? Now, in your task list with time boxing, say you've written 7 to 8 a.m. Example, you've written running, okay? Or yoga. Now, for some reason, That doesn't happen. There are some days something unexpected comes up. That doesn't happen. You get, sometimes you work on an extreme. You're like, oh, this didn't happen. Deleted. The day is over. It was such a big, waste. I'm guilty. Don't do that. Try to see. Maybe in the evening, can you even do 15 minutes of running or yoga? So what I'm saying is, don't operate on a very extreme polarizing mindset. There was somebody who wanted to learn, like a friend of mine wanted to learn brand marketing. Okay. And my friend told me that he will need every week 4 hours to learn. I said, okay, fine. And he said, I'm thinking I might do it on the weekend. Okay. Now we met after 1 year and I asked him, so have you, started with your brand marketing? You always wanted to better your skills in that. And he said, no, I didn't even start it because in the last 1 year, I couldn't get 4 hours per week. So I said, that's fine. You could have at least given 30 minutes per week. So I'm trying to say, don't operate on extremes. Just sometimes, some people love to dance, right? So you don't have to wait for a particular weekend or a class where you go and dance for 2 hours every week. Maybe every night before sleeping, can you dance for 5 minutes in your living room? Right? Start doing the things you love. Start at least starting the things you value. Even if you're like, as I said, you want to learn something about brand marketing or a particular subject, don't wait till you get those 4 hours or 5 hours every week. Can you start from day after 30 minutes a day or at least 20 minutes a day? Because sometimes, because we operate on such a polarizing mindset, it's extremes, till we are like, till our schedule doesn't look free, like, oh, I need those 5 or 4 hours every day, I will not start until then you're never going to start, right? It might take a little longer, which is fine, which is okay, but at least start, because it's all about aligning time to what you love doing. You have one lifetime, and somehow you have to align it to what you love doing and what you value. So, what I'm saying, don't work on that polarizing extreme mindset. How many ever minutes you can free up to do what you want to do, start it. Start it from today evening itself, or at least from tomorrow, right? And the next thing is, we'll do an exercise together, okay? Because I want you to experience something. If you can stand up wherever you are and just put your hands out like this, okay? Like this or like this, it's fine. Just stand up wherever you are and put your hands out like this and like this, whichever you want, facing the ceiling or facing the floor. Okay. I'm not able to see all of you, and I understand we are on a video call, but let me know when you've got into that position. Just stand up, stretch your arms out. Yes, have you gotten into that movement? Okay. And just try to hear my voice. Okay. Just hear my voice. I'm turning off my video. Just hear my voice. Okay. So please close your eyes and just visualize something. I'll tell you what to visualize. First, just close your eyes and make sure you're in that position where your arms are stretched out and either facing the ceiling or the floor. Now visualize you've come for a birthday of a 7-year-old, and in your right hand you're holding a gift bag with a nice gift for the 7-year-old. Now you have reached his building, and this kid lives on the ninth floor, and you realize the lift is not working, so you need to climb up 9 floors. Okay, so you're holding that gift bag in your right hand, your hands are still stretched out, and you're walking up the stairs. And as you're walking up the stairs, a kid has just come back from school, maybe a kid who lives in that very building, and he has a very heavy school bag, and he's asking you, can you help me carry it? And you're a nice person, so you hold his heavy bag in your right hand and you continue walking up the stairs. So walking up the stairs one by one, each stair. And now there's an old lady. She's carrying a bag which is filled with vegetables and fruit, and it's really heavy for her to carry it. So you tell her that I will help you carry it. And now in your right hand, you don't just have the gift bag, you also have a child's heavy school bag, and now you add a heavy vegetable bag, and you continue walking up the stairs. Now whenever you like, you can open your eyes and you can keep your hands down. Okay, so whoever did this with me, do you want to share? Did you feel anything in your body, in your hands, in your mind while you were doing it? Any kind of sensation, anything? Anybody wants to share? Okay, your right hand went up. What happened to me was, thanks Padma for your answer. What happened? Oh, you felt pain. So yes, Padma, me too. I felt my right hand was just feeling heavy. It felt like it's starting to get stiff. But you know what? None of us were actually carrying bags, right? It was just in our mind. But our right hand did feel heavy, did feel pain for some. Sorry, Padma, I didn't mean to cause pain. It'll be fine. Just move your right hand. But I felt the same. What I'm trying to say is, in our mind, when we carry too many tasks, our body starts feeling the load. So, in time management, we need to learn the skill of unloading our mind. So at the end of the day, every day we don't want to tell our family, oh, I'm so tired. I had such a long day. I'm so tired. Our body feels tired, yes, but it's also because sometimes we carry a lot of tasks in our mind, right? So one skill that we need to learn is every time a task comes to you, you will either do it, push it, or end it. Okay. Then and there, don't carry the load in your mind. What do I mean? Any task, something as simple as you get a thought, oh, I've seen a nice frame on Amazon, and say I bought it and I'm like, I should put this on my wall. Okay. So either I'm like, I'm going to do it, or if I feel that it's not a high value goal right now, I'll quickly tell the thought, push it by 2 weeks, and 2 weeks later, think about it or end it. Or I'll just say, oh, you know what? I right now I don't have the bandwidth for attending to carpenters. So I'm going to end this. I'm not even going to look at this. All right. This is a very simple thing, wanting to put a frame on the wall. But as life goes on, we carry a lot of tasks in our head, from smallest things that, oh, I have to call the carpenter for putting up a frame, to, oh, I need to learn the skill for my work, to, oh, I need to get up at this time. We carry so much, and because of that load, our body actually starts feeling tired, sometimes even just by afternoon. So every time you get a thought or a new task, either you do it, either you push it. If you push it by 1 month, then attend it after 1 month. Don't keep on overthinking 30 days for it, or end it. If it's no, it's a no. There are times you have to disconnect from things. There are times there'll be some people who might drain your energy, and they are not in your high value goals in this phase of life. You might have to even disconnect from certain people. It's a difficult decision, but you have to make even difficult decisions because you only have 24 hours every day. And the idea is you need to align with your high value goals. So if there are people or things that drain your energy and don't even move your needle forward, by which I mean don't help you get to your high value goals, you'll have to end that, right? So it's do, push, end, do, push, end. Okay, 3 words, remember it, right? And the last thing to know is the last thing is this concept of, okay, we'll just do a quick exercise again. You all have, you're either in a room in your house, or maybe you're in an office. You're in a room that has a main door, right? It has a main door. Now just think in your mind, from where you are sitting right now, if you have to go to the main door of that particular home or office, how many seconds or minutes, if it's a very big space, will it take? Okay, just give yourself an answer. All right, you have, I hope, thought of how many minutes or seconds it will take to get to the main door of the room you are in. Okay, now just again do a visualization. You can keep your eyes open for this. The normal speed you walked and went in your mind at the door, say it took you maybe 10 seconds. Okay, maybe 10 seconds, right? And say the normal speed you walked and went to the door was at 5. Now just think there is a gravity meter. So if the normal speed you walk is 5, if I say the gravity is 9 or 10, which means what? You will walk slower, right? Because if there's higher gravity on the floor, you will walk slower. So you slowly go. And if I say the gravity is 1 or 2, you might actually fly. Or every step you take, you might actually bounce because the gravity is so less, right? And you will reach that door faster, way more faster, right? Now, in your mind, from wherever you are sitting or standing right now, visualize yourself walking to that main door, but on my gravity meter, right? So if I say 5, you're at your normal space. If I say 8, there's a high gravity, you slow down. And if I say one or two or three, gravity is very less. So you're actually jumping, but you reach the door. Okay. Now you reach the door. So what happens is, I'm trying to tell you the concept of patience. Sometimes your goals seem, oh, I have to just do this and I have to just do this, seems fine. It's just like that door. I have to just walk to the main door. Okay. But sometimes it will take you longer, or sometimes it will feel like, whoa, so quickly I'm there. Right? So, anytime you're trying to pursue your goals, when it's time, some things might not happen overnight, and some things might not even happen over 3 months. But sometimes you see some things happening for you within a week, or within 2 days, or within 3 days, and you're like, wow, right? So, you have to, in this whole journey of trying to align your goals to the resource of time, you have to keep patient, because this gravity is at work in the universe, right? Some days your pace will be really good and fast, and you'll get all your tasks done. Some days it might be a little slower. Some days you might not be feeling well, so you might get pushed back a little. But hang in there, don't go off that whole routine just because it's taking a little longer, or you're feeling a little lower. It happens. I'm trying to say keep patience. I just wanted you to experience that through the visualization of you walking to your doorstep, right? We will do something. We have 15 minutes more. We'll just do a quick recap so you can use these techniques in your daily life. Okay. Number one, when it comes to time management, it's really not about getting or doing a lot of things in your day or in 1 hour. It is about aligning the resource of time to help you do the things you love and help you do the things you value, be it in your career, in your health, in your relationships, or in your hobbies. Okay. So see time as a resource, just see it like water to nourish you. So, number one, try to get in a deep state in your mind. So, any task you're doing, just do that with focus, with attention, no distraction. Even if you're sending one email, do it with all your focus, and then you do whatever else. Don't keep on doing everything in that same 10 minutes. You can follow the Pomodoro technique, which says 25 minutes of one task followed by 10 minutes break. In that 10 minutes, you want to just check out something on social media. You want to reply to somebody, some friend on WhatsApp. Great. But in the 25 minutes, do what you want to do. I've seen so many people exercising also in the gym, but half time they are scrolling on social media. I have nothing against social media, but then that exercise is not doing anything for your body, because half your mind is here and half it's there, right? Third, don't work on a polarizing mindset, which means that sometimes you have to start what you want to do. Don't wait for like, oh, I need 4 hours every week, only then I will start. Then it will not happen. Can you take out 30 minutes every week and just start what you want to really do, and then see where it goes, rather than just waiting, because then it will never start, right? And so do push and end. Thoughts can create a burden even on your body. We just experienced it together. Every time new task comes, either you do it then and there, or you're pushing it by next day, 1 week, 2 weeks, and think about it then, or end it. Sometimes you have to disconnect, say no to certain things. It's not helping you move towards your goals, right? And lastly, keep your patience. There will be days you're working at a very good pace. There are days you're working at a slower pace, like you're taking more hours or more days. It's fine, right? Some goals need more number of hours, months, and some need lesser, right? So try to take these techniques with you, try practicing it so you can use time to do things you really love and really value. And I always say, in terms of hours, you have given me 60 minutes, you've given me 1 hour, and that's a lot of resource from you. Thank you for that. But you need to have a good return on investment, right? You invested 1 hour with me. You get your best ROI, return on investment, only if you try these techniques. So a sincere request, do try these, right? And yeah, we will open up for if you have any questions or thoughts. We have 10 minutes. We can have some discussions or thoughts or any questions.
Madam, where we use generally this Pomodoro technique, in which type of tasks we use Pomodoro technique?
Yes, Ghanshyam. So in which type of tasks you do use? Okay, so It is very diverse. In your work, you can use it. Say you have to make a presentation, which is very long, okay? But you can say that no, I'll break it into 20-25 minutes. So 25 minutes, let me see how much I can get done. Maybe you get done with 3 or 4 slides. Get up for 10 minutes, do something else. Switch, maybe drink water, walk, do something else. You can even talk to someone, then get back to the presentation, sit for 25 minutes. Or if, as I said, you're new to a form of exercise, 25 minutes, do it with all your heart, all your focus. So it can be for work tasks. You have to do any accounting or work tasks, any kind of exercise, or even if you're learning a new skill. There are a lot of people take courses which are pre-recorded online. So at one go, you have access to 4 hours. But it's very hard to consume so much. So 25 minutes of focused viewing and learning. Hope that answers your question, Ghanshyam sir.
Will not the continuity will break?
No, in fact, you will, it says when you reset for those 10 minutes, you come back more boosted. Your
Okay.
continuity will not break. Yes, just try it. It said you have to, so now, one company has started this. They have sometimes 4 meetings in a day. So what they do, each meeting is only 25 minutes. They go out for 10 minutes and they either will chit chat, or I think they'll do some stretches, drink, eat something, come back. And they notice that their employees are not getting tired even after 4 meetings, because that reset of 10 minutes is actually helping the brain.
Who has invented this technique?
This is invented by an Italian scholar. He's a
Okay.
professor and scholar, and he had this issue a lot. And he was a professor researcher, and in his kitchen he saw one tomato. It's called as I said, in Italy it's called pomodoro is called tomato. So he invented it. I'll tell
Okay.
you his name. I'll tell you his name. His name is Francesco Cirello. I'll just drop.
Thank you.
Yes, most welcome.
Okay.
Even a lot of people who have, people who are diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, so they take a lot of time to complete tasks. This is also used as a form of therapy, but for them, they don't tell 25 minutes. For them, they are like, do your task only for 10 minutes, and
Ma'am, how can we put ourselves in deep state?
Okay, so Padma, the first two criteria of deep state, it's very simple. First two criteria is you'll give your full focus. Full focus means nothing else you'll pick up, nothing else. Even if your doorbell rings the initial few times, you will not attend to it till that task is done. Means for those 25 minutes, I'm not saying for the entire day. Okay. And second is again, no distraction. And then your brain, your beta waves in your brain start working at a very sharper pace. So everything you read or everything you're trying to understand, even if you just scroll through an email, because you're so sharp, you'll understand it faster. So it's said that you start, doing things in a very efficient and fast manner, rather than taking hours and hours on one thing. So two criteria, just tell yourself, I'm putting all my attention, which means number two, I'm not attending to any distractions but that. So if I'm cooking, I will just do that and I won't look here, there, in between, I won't go and pick up some clothes and fold clothes, or WhatsApp group has come, let me see. None of that. And you finish that work faster.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome. Thanks for your question. Anything else or any thoughts anyone would like to share? Please, I'm reading some message. Please send feedback link. Shavi, do we have a feedback link or something?
Yes, ma'am. We have a feedback link. It will be provided at the end of the session.
Okay, so you all will get it soon. All right, so we have come to the end of the session. Anything else, anyone, or should we wind up? Okay, so I think, Chavi, should we move towards winding up?
Yes, ma'am. Does anyone have the question? So you can ask the ma'am.
Yes, if anyone has any questions, any thoughts, yes, please ask. Please, you can unmute yourself and ask anything. If you want to share something you came across, please do. Please feel free. Thank you so much, Ghanshyam sir, Premanand sir. Thank you. Thank you, Padma. Thanks, Kavita ma'am. Please do try these techniques. You'll be actually fascinated when that deep state happens in your brain?
Sorry, my right. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Dr. Premanand, I can hear you. Please tell me.
Can you hear me? Sorry, my speaker is not working well, but your session is outstanding. Thank you so much for the valuable inputs.
Thank you so
And
much,
I
Dr.
have a
Thank you.
question. Is something
Yes.
there is top corporates are using time predictive analytics. Do you have AI on this? Do you have any AI to use time predictive?
Doctor, your voice is breaking, but what I understood was any AI tools for productivity, right? Which corporate use.
And you can also suggest us the time. Do you what kind of AI tool that you are suggesting for us to maintain time analysis?
Okay. Doctor, thanks for your question, but
AI.
full disclosure,
Time predictive analysis through AI. I just type it in a WhatsApp.
yes, doctor, you know what? I will ask a few of my friends because this tool that you're talking about, I use the very basic AI tools for efficiency. But if a particular corporate work or something you need, I'll ask a few of my friends in the corporate circle and get you the names of the tools. You need something for time analysis, you mentioned, right? You can message it because the audio was also breaking. I'll do one thing. I'll just drop my email ID. I've just dropped it. You can just drop me a message. I'm even there on LinkedIn. I'll answer your question there because the audio was breaking. Is that okay, doctor? So I'll take that. I'll take that discussion with you either on email or LinkedIn. All right. Anyone has anything else? All right. All right. So once again, thank you so much, everyone, for all your valuable time, and we also had some really interesting questions after this. So thank you so much, everybody. They're asking for a link, Chavi, I think, if we could share that also with everybody. Yes. And at the end of every session, I really love clicking a photo with everyone. So whoever is comfortable, why don't we turn on our cameras and take a nice photo? And I have a little unique way of clicking a photo where Padma, can you give us some movement? Let's do something on camera. Yeah, we will laugh. We'll laugh as brightly as you. You want us to do this? Okay, whatever Padma says, all right? So we need to laugh as brightly and as big as her and do this, and we will go for a photo. Come on, whoever's comfortable, it's fine. Even if you're at home, you're rest, it's okay. We're just taking a nice for memory. Yeah, all right. So ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. Did we get it? Okay, one more. 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are very enthusiastic. All right. Thanks for this. And Dr. Premanand, I will definitely connect with you on LinkedIn or email and we will discuss that. Yeah, your mic was a little, so sorry about that. So thank you so much once again. You guys, we can move. Yes. Thank you.
So, key takeaway. On behalf of the organization committee, I would like to sincerely thank Jasmine Chabria, our outstanding speaker today. We had the chance to hear a fascinating and thought-provoking conversation about time management control, the clock before it controls you today. Through her remarkable ability to convey information, she has left us with insightful discoveries and motivational concepts. Her engaging lecture enthralled us and motivated us to study more. We appreciate the effort and time they put into organizing the education program. Key takeaway: she explained in a beautiful way the importance of experiencing reality. He said that nothing is scarce in this world. We just need to find the right opportunities, live in the reality, and start experiencing the reality from observations around you.